Hello guys, I am Zakaria the Ghostwriter. I'm still on Vaal. Let's talk about Vaal. Let's talk about food department. And later on, I will talk about the entire environment because of this video. It's a great video. It can be used as a study guide. In case you want to go there, you must be familiar with the place. But what I can tell you is that don't do things individually if you want to go under the bridge. Respect the teamwork. Understand that certain things can be achieved if you are working as a team. My first experience when I was there, it was brutal. I've shared the story obviously, but it was also healing because of I needed that. And I'm gonna speak about it also because of this is a great video whereby things that I was saying on those first videos, you can see what I'm telling you. Then later on, we are going to speak about the entire environment, the water, and also those stones that you're going to, come across if you wanna get water. Let's talk about food department. As you see this bigger pot, this pot is for everyone. You see, the pot is full. That means the person who is cooking here is cooking for everyone. As you see, the other tin next to the pot is there for tea, if you wanna make dialogue. When the person is removing that one, you can go and get your water down there and come and put it on fire there and make a tea for yourself. We are all using these pots because of we are a team when we stay here, right? This other one, the bigger one that you see on the other side, is also used for water. When we are boiling water, maybe you want to do caramel or steaming, we are using it a lot. And it's for all of us, right? And I'll make another video where I will talk about fire. Because we all sit here, and if you have stones, there is rules. If you want to do caramel, there is rules. I'm going to speak about them later. Let's talk about food department. So there were those who were greedy, there were those who were selfish, there were those who, when they have money, they will go to town, and buy bread, eat there. When they come here, their stomachs are full, they will just sit down and drink tea and act like they are all hungry, knowing exactly that they ate something. But if we have something and we start cooking, they want to eat. So that's how they used to operate. And when I got there, that's how people were doing things. And I brought the spirit of unity at this place. And I understand why people were saying, you are welcomed at this place. And the landlord favored you. That's why when you are here, everybody shows up and they want to talk to you direct. Because what I did, I arrived here and I started, picking these empty boxes of teas which people used, the milk container which they are no longer using, the cold drink bottles that they are no longer using, the milk bottles that they're no longer using. I started picking all those things. I started cleaning the place, all the plastics. I was cleaning everything. And as you can see on the left-hand side, there is a tree where you can see it. I went there and I break a tree branch and I started sweeping. So the elders, when they were sitting down, they were asking themselves, who is this young man? Who is this guy? And in that way, I won their heart because I showed up and I acted like that place as my home. I showed love and respect for that place. And that's why one of the prophets sat down after I cleaned and he said to me, what you did is amazing. Ever since I was here, you are the first person who has this type of mentality. And I just want to let you know that we will all go here and you are going to be the one who will be in charge of this place. Because of the way you handle things, you have love, you are kind, and that's why I've been told that you are the one who will be the main person at this place. meaning you will be the go-to person. And when I was cooking, I became the first guy who cooked for everyone. Those who want to eat will eat. And those guys started saying, from now on, you are the only person who must cook here. And the food department became a team thing. It was no longer an individual thing. When the person is having $50, will say to me, bruh, this is what I have. What do you need? And I will tell the person that I need oil. I don't have oil. So the person will go to the store and bring oil without questions. The person will go to the store and bring cabbage without asking questions. And there were moments whereby you find people who are doing extremely well. As you see this guy wearing flip-flops, who will sit down and look at me and they will say, from now on, no one should do tea for me. I need your hand. You must be the one offering tea for now. Because mangeloi aka, my angels are telling me that if you are the one who do that tea for me, I will be healed. And it happened whereby you will see a person showing up there. The person will ask for permission to go and fetch water. They will all turn, look at me, and I'll tell him that you can go. The person will go there, get water, and when he comes back there, you'll be shocked when the person comes to me and say, you will buy bread or you will buy pap. And I'll take that $20 or $30 or $100 and show everyone that, guys, it's for us, this is for pap, or this is for bread. And I'll tell everyone, by the way, we have maize meal. I think we should get bread. They'll be like, yeah, let's get bread. So that night we will all eat bread. We are not cooking, because sometimes I was getting tired of cooking. So I'll just tell them like, guys, I think we should buy bread. And they'll be like, yeah, let's buy bread. So we buy bread, we all eat. If we have $20, we buy 4 loaves of bread. If we are 8 of us, we get quarter each. And if we are 4, we are going to divide those loaves and we get half. We were like dividing what we can, depending on the amount of money that we have. If we got money for 2 bread and we are 4, we get half. And that's it. We get the bread, we eat now, the bread is finished. We continue to pray. If someone shows up, we will eat. If nobody shows up, that will be the only half of bread that we ate. And if we are more than that, we will try to divide it with quarter each. That's how we did things. And if it's only the 2 of us and we get $20, we're like, let's take 5 friends and buy 2 bread and eat. And let's save the rest, because if it's only the 2 of us. So the more people goes, we know that already we have some. The more people comes, we know that we have something to go and buy and eat. And if nobody comes, we still go and eat from the $20 that we were given maybe a day ago. So that was our way of surviving. So when the person comes there and is asking for something and is giving us $20, we can decide if we can buy bread or if we can buy maize meal. And I always made sure that we don't run out of food. We always have food. And even if when the person shows up, the person doesn't have any money, we will cook and we will eat with everyone. That's the energy I started bringing around. I don't know if maybe they did that before. And because sometimes people can have that type of energy. Then there will be 2 or 3 people who show up and that culture died out because of selfish people show up. But when the other person who will show up, who has a kind heart, we implement a system which will cover everyone. And in that way, it was working because I remember when I talk about the greedy people, there was the other guy who will be there. He was coming from Soweto, who will be there. And if the person shows up, and leave $40 with him, the guy will take the $40 for himself and he will buy Taiwan. You will see him drunk and you know that he is for himself. When he gets money, he want to buy Taiwan and feed himself only, not thinking about everyone. So that's the type of stuff that we used to do when I was there. Sometimes you'll find someone who show up, like the guy who was wearing flip-flops, who was wearing this clippies. showing up, and this gentleman, maybe he wanted sent. He doesn't know where he will get sent, and he will ask one of us to go and show him. Jump into a car, you go with this guy, you show him where he can get a good scent that he's looking for. Thereafter, he can give you $20 or $50. And when you come home, at least you can buy something and we all eat. And in that manner, we had this bond whereby we were doing things for each other, and we became a solid team. And that's why even when a person shows up and as an outsider, he finds out that we are solid as a team, and all they have to do is to become a member of what we're doing, or else the person will be the person who's doing things individually, and they cannot survive. Because once you find people working together and you do things alone, and that place is very dangerous, you know that it's not going to end well for that person, and that person will have to move immediately. So the food department was done so well, as you see there. There is pots. There is other pot where we cook sishebo in whenever we want to cook sishebo. And obviously, as you see, this other one that we're boiling water in is when we cook things like bomarapo and we all eat. Because there were those who were saying, repetela moya, we are here for our spiritual purpose type of thing. But bruh, you guys are not eating meat. But that doesn't mean all of us, we shouldn't eat meat. Go to Roots Butchery, buy marapo for us, because if we want to buy we want to eat marapo, you know. And that's how the energy was like, man. And obviously there were sisters, man, who will show up there, and sometimes they will tell us like, guys, we cannot go closer to the water, we cannot go down there because of the noise, dangerous. Can you please go and fetch water for us? You go and fetch water for them. From thereafter, the person sometimes say, here's $10, here's $20. And others were even saying, look, I was told that I should come here and give you guys bread. Don't ask me where they got it from. And we accept that bread. Because others were telling us that we are told that my children are praying day and night at the rivers. And you are waking, and do not forget those soldiers, because those guys are prayer warriors. Those guys are praying for nurses, doctors, you know, police officers. You know, they are praying for accidents, you know, so that the accidents can stop on the roads. They are praying for hospitals. They are praying for those who are sick in the hospital so that they can get healed. You know, these guys are praying for churches. These guys are praying for the government so that, you know, they can find a way of leading people. These guys are praying for police officers. They are praying for you guys. So whenever you get paid, whenever you have something, remember those people who are living under the bridge. Remember those people who are in mountains, rivers, and caves. And if you can get to them, make sure that you leave something. And we were right next to the road whereby the person can drive and feel like, you know what, let me park on the side and call. Sometimes we are there, we hear somebody's calling, you know, on top of the bridge, calling, you know, greeting and calling, can I please see you? Can I please see you? When you move on the other side to where you can see who is calling, and the person will say, I'm so and so, and I have a bread for you. I cannot come down there. Can you please come and collect it? So obviously, quickly go on top of the bridge and collect the plastics that the person bought for us, and we go down there, and we all have food to eat. And there were those who are generous who are telling us direct that, this is what I was told that I should do time after time, so that you guys can have strength, you guys can have food, and you guys can continue to pray. You know, these are the type of stuff that we are not sharing. So that's how it is, man. When we stayed for over 3 months under the bridge, you know, there were always people who left their houses, you know, with plastics and to come and give us something to eat. And that's the truth. That's how things are. God is awesome, and God is amazing, you know. And when you look at that situation and you remember the story of Elijah, and you understand that, you know, God has always been with us, man. And let me make another video where I will talk about fire, and I'll also talk about the environment there. Thank you.